Hello, Chathu. Good evening. Welcome. Apparently, I opened to the wrong scene. We did remember to record. I just went to the wrong scene. That's all. So, exciting news. This is exciting news. I officially have figured out 4K capture with HDR. Hooray. This means nothing to you because I'm still outputting to I feel like my nose is keying out slightly in the light. Oh, it might be. That's awkward. Anyhow, now that I'm seeing it, it's really annoying. That's not anything you need. Oh, maybe it's just. Oh, interesting. I've picked up some artifacting. That's weird. Fascinating. Sorry, now I'm just looking at my face. Maybe there's an issue here. I don't think it's important, but it's possible that it's been like this the whole time. Yeah, there is some artifacting going on. Weird. Have a quick look at, did I do anything? No, I don't think so. Weird. Anyhow, none of this matters to you. Because you, on the other end of OBS, is not, in fact, you are not, in fact, receiving 4K HDR. This is strictly an improvement for me. So, too bad for you, I guess. I feel like I'm just ever so slightly out of focus when I'm seated that far back. There we go. This is much better. Yeah. So, how's it going this evening, chat? Does YouTube at least get some improvement? No, YouTube will not get improved either. I am capturing at 1080p 30. Sorry, I am outputting at 1080p 30, and that includes the output for the VOD, which is output at 1080p 30. I then export it through Premiere at 1440p 60 so that it gets the good transcode on YouTube. So what is the point of the 4K capture? The point of the 4K capture is absolutely nothing on your end. The point of getting a 4K capture card was so that I could pass through 4K 60 gameplay and HDR to my monitor so that I still get to play the game in the best presentation. So I get a much sharper, higher frame rate experience. And you get nothing. This is purely for me. Honestly, I would consider... So, if it were possible to record at a different set, like a different set of settings than I output to YouTube, or sorry, not to YouTube, then I output to Twitch without taking up additional system resources, I would consider capturing, like actually doing the recording at 4K. And then YouTube would get the 4K version. But unfortunately, the limitation is not my stream. It's not my internet. It's not even my computer. The limitation is that Twitch does not support high enough bit rates to make 4K 60 streaming functional. It would be so blurry, like you would actually not get a very good experience out of it. I have done my best to actually fine tune what I output to Twitch to be the best balance of frame rate and quality that Twitch is capable of displaying to you for the clearest image. I've done everything I can in that regard. Realistically, the only way to solve this problem would be for me to start streaming on YouTube and abandon Twitch entirely, which is not going to happen. There you go. Sandai says, increasing my capture for the VODs sounds like a great way to increase my pace of hard drive purchasing. This is a good year for that, right? Apod says, I hate to ask, why do we even need 4K? You don't. You don't need 4K. That's why I'm not sending it to you. I want 4K because I'm looking at a video game that's 3 feet in front of my nose. And it is noticeably sharper. What else have you got for me this afternoon, chat? Afternoon? Evening? I don't even know what day it is. Apod's phone is closer to their face than my monitor is. That's correct. But your phone can't even display 4K. It doesn't have that many pixels on its screen. So, Symphony says 4K is the upper limit of what is useful. There's a video guy at my former work that insisted on filming in 8K, and that is useless. So, yes and no. Filming in 8K actually has some value because it allows you to crop in your image in post down to 4K without losing image quality. So, like, the very best, the truly very best 4K transfers for 4K home media are mastered from, like, 8K intermediates. Ben-Hur, mastered from an 8K source. Weekend at Tiffany's, mastered from an 8K source. They're brilliant. But for home, like, and basically any kind of display. Sorry, I did mean breakfast at Tiffany's, not weekend at Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's, mastered from 8K. But yeah, you don't need 8K. Like, you don't need an 8K monitor to display your movie. You're not getting anything out of that. Sandai says, and by 8K, we of course mean 4320p. We do. Because the marketers, thinking they were clever, went 720 vertical, 720p, and then they went 1080p, which is 1080 progressive scan, 1080 vertical lines of resolution, and then they went 1440, which is 1440 vertical lines of resolution, lines of vertical resolution. And then when they got to 4K, they thought that 2560 wasn't a big enough of a selling feature. And because 2160, you're right. And because 4K is 4 times the resolution of 1080p, and it's about 4,000 lines. It's like 38 something. But because it's about 4,000 lines of horizontal resolution, it's 4K because it's I don't think it's 3996. It's 1920 twice. 1920 times 2 is 3840. It's 3,840 lines of horizontal resolution. So when they moved to 4K, they started measuring horizontally instead of vertically. So 8K is double that, which is 7680 lines of horizontal resolution. Anyhow, we don't need 8K for anything other than mastering. $4K is plenty. So don't fall for it. If somebody tries to sell you an 8K display, don't fall for it. Spend less money on a top-of-the-line 4K display. That's my display buying advice to you today. Oh, you didn't mention that he was filming for Instagram commercials. No, you're right. Filming those at 8K is indeed ridiculous. 1440p is pretty good. 1440p is pretty good. Nothing wrong with 1440p. Other than the fact that it's a little bit of a weird intermediary. But anyhow, what if you watch 4K films simultaneously on your 8K monitor? More power to you. Your poor GPU, I think, is the answer to that. It's trying to process all that video at once. All right, what else have we got to talk about, chat? I went to the gym this morning, and I lifted weights. I did deadlifts and bench presses, and it was good. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I did finally break down and buy a little tub of creatine. So now my pre-workout that I have before I go to the gym is a scoop of pre-workout and a scoop of creatine. And I think it actually has helped. I think it has made my performance marginally better. Star Trek last night was good. We've moved on to what is probably the second highest point in the series. Chain of Command. I actually think I like Chain of Command more than I like Inner Light. But strictly speaking, it's probably the second highest point in the series. Jean-Luc does not always drink Earl Grey. We spotted Jean-Luc Picard drinking coffee in the first episode of Chain of Command. He had a cup of coffee. It wasn't tea. What is my opinion of how Tien was redeemed in last night's Desert Bus Dragon Ball? I have no opinion because I was in bed by then. I went to bed pretty much right after Star Trek last night. That's not quite true. I stayed up a little bit. But I after Star Trek last night, I finished doing the Gundam work that I was doing, and then I had a shower, and then I went to bed. and it was delightful. What I did do is I read a couple of chapters of Foundry Side. So you recall some time ago, I was reading a book series. I read what is it? Tainted Cup and Drop of Corruption, and I told you all about those. Those have come to be fondly referred to by Sniper Pumpkin on the internet, who got retweeted by the author, as kaiju bureaucracy. Oh, what was it? Bureaucracy detective. I think it was. I'm gonna go. I want to get it right. Yes, kaiju bureaucracy detective. That's the cute nickname for it. And Foundry Side is Robert J. Bennett, the author of those books, a previous series that he wrote. It is a trilogy, and Sniper Pumpkin's fond description of that series is fantasy cyberpunk, which it is. It's actually very fascinating. One of the interesting things in these book series is the world building is just kind of neat. So in Foundry Side, this is a world that is basically like a high fantasy world. It's only humans, so it's not like super high fantasy. Well, at least only humans so far as we know, at the point that I'm in. So it's not like super high fantasy, but it's a world where like magic exists, and it's sort of the medieval era magic exists kind of thing. It's sort of standard fantasy environment. But they have a technology passed down to them from an ancient civilization. And the technology is that they can basically use code to program objects, and it's like magic code. It's the language of the Hierophants. And they have like whole disciplines of people whose job it is to research the language of the Hierophants and to understand how to combine these words and what syntaxes to use and what the nouns and verbs are, which they can then by being in proximity to what is it? A codex? I can't think of the word off the top of my head right now, but basically they have these libraries of words and definitions. They're literally just code. They have these libraries of code definitions. And so no, not a grimoire. It is like a big mechanical structure that holds, because if you're trying to program, like if you're trying to so they call it scriving in universe. But there's this big contraption where if you're trying to create really complicated syntax, you can encode it by creating a word, which is basically you're encoding a variable and then giving the variable a definition. And then you can code in all these like super complicated behaviors into this definition. And then all you need to do is inscribe the definition onto an object, and the object will take on the properties of the definition. And in order for it to continue being able to exhibit those properties, it needs to be within range of the codex. So these codexes are really, really big, and they broadcast this like magical power really wide. And anyhow, but they're basically like they're programming reality, and the way the universe describes it is they convince objects. They convince objects that reality is different from how it is. So the big example, or one really good example, is they have like scribed bolts for crossbows, um, and the scribed bolts on the crossbows, the scribings on them convince the bolts that as soon as they're fired, they have been falling with gravity for tens of thousands of meters, and that their point is down. So they go perfectly straight because they think they're falling with gravity, and they're going at terminal velocity because they think they've been falling perfectly straight down for like 10,000 meters. And so the crossbow bolts go like super hard because they have been programmed to think that and behave as if they are falling out of the sky at incalculable speed. And they have all these other scribings. They have armor that can be taught to be impenetrable, or they drive carriages that aren't driven by horses because the wheels are scribed. And the wheels are scribed to think they're rolling downhill all the time. So, and with some adjustment, you can alter like how steep they think the incline is, and so they will roll as if they're rolling downhill, but they're going flat. So yeah, anyhow, it is a cyberpunk vibe because they are like, it is, once it is explained in universe, they are literally programming objects. But the programming is a magic system as opposed to like fantasy magic. And yes, Sogheim, we are describing Foundry Side. It's the book I'm in the middle of at the moment, and it's good. It's a good book. The book is called Foundry Side. So anyhow, it's 3 books. I'm still in the middle of the first one. I like it quite a lot. I think A Tainted Cup hooked me harder and faster, but that is A Tainted Cup is a kaiju bureaucracy detective. Yeah, everybody talks about Tainted Cup because it's a damn good book. As is Drop of Corruption, which is also a damn good book. So that's my advice for you today. Oh, hi. Are you a puppy? Guess who's here to visit? Guess who it is? Hi, puppy. Oh, what was that? Did you just come to see if I would give you a treat? Here, do you want a scritchy? Touch? Good. Touch? Yeah, good girl. She's drooling. Yeah, what a good girl. There she is. She's gonna leave almost immediately, I imagine. Oh, I know. She had to think for a moment about whether she wanted to. She basically was trying to decide if she trusted me to give her a treat for doing the trick. I could see it in her eyes. She was like, if I do this, is he gonna give me a treat? And then she gambled that it was worth her while. Isn't that right? Woof. Woof. And we're back. Hey, bud, it's not that we trick her often enough that she's learned to be suspicious. You're not supposed to give a dog a treat every time they do a trick. But she's just lazy. And she has to decide if doing the thing is worth her while. Oh dear. All right, I think it's time to do our traditions and then play a video game. What do you say, Chathew? She did come back. She's actually sitting beside me here again. She's just like hunkered down right here. Look at this. Got sick of Meg and is hanging out with me. Show non-Discord people my gun barrels. They're back there, and I'd have to get at them. And I am not convinced there are that many people here that aren't on the Discord. Anyhow, I did some work on Gundam over the weekend. I'll show it since I'm being demanded to do so. That's the wrong image. That's my phone background. There. That's my my metal stain or heat stained metal that I did. So this is for a gun barrel that's been superheated at the end. Apod, I answered this in the Discord. It's not very exciting. The gradient is a layer, so it's a band of clear blue, followed by a band of clear red, followed by a band of clear yellow. And where they overlap, you get purple and orange. Yeah. So there are a couple of errors that I made here that I would want to fix if I were to do this again, which is I would actually make the blue a little bit longer, and I would actually set it back from the edge a bit, because if you look at real heat stained metal, they tend not to be blue right to the end. It tends to actually start to turn green close to the end. So I would set it back so that the blue faded a little towards the tip. And then I would try to make the red band narrower so that it basically goes blue, purple, orange, yellow, as opposed to having like visible red in the middle. My major issue was that I over thinned the clear paint. So I had to put a lot on there in order to get the color to show up, and having to spray so much to get the color to appear just meant that I had to, like, the bands were too wide. But this is me being hypercritical. It looks great from a distance, and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. Considering this was my first time trying to do this, I've never done this before. And then last night while we were doing Star Trek, I did liquid vinyl masking for these feet. So the recessed areas are now masked off with liquid rubber, and I can spray the whole thing down gray and then metallic, and then I can peel the liquid rubber out. Well, now the solidified rubber out, and the recessed areas will be red, and the rest of it will be metal colored, and that will give it some little red patches on his feet, which I think will look cool. Hey, but says question. Yes. Answers. Ask away. The liquid rubber won't peel off paint? No, it won't. So it is the solution I use is called Mr. Masking Sol R, which you cannot see because it keys out. But it is Mr. Masking Sol R, and it is just a green colored liquid rubber, which is why it keys out. And it's water based. So you can actually just thin it with water. So that was what I did to get it to flow. I mixed it up about 1-to-1 with distilled water so that it would flow into the, like, it would use capillary action to go into the seams. And then I just used a paintbrush and a toothpick to get it to flow where I wanted it. And yeah, as long as you're careful when you peel it out, it just lifts off the paint just fine. You just use a toothpick so that you don't scratch the paint, and you're good. It's the R specifically you have to go for if you want the water-based, though. There is another Mr. Masking Sol, which I think is just called Mr. Masking Sol, not R, and that is solvent-based. But again, it's like, I believe it's a like the solvent that it uses is not as hot as the solvent that you would use to like dissolve paint. So it doesn't take off the paint. It's just you have to use different stuff to thin it. Is that only good for recesses? No. It's quite thick in its natural form. So you can actually, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. You can paint, like, you put globs of it onto a model. If you're like trying to create a camouflage pattern, you can like paint on a pattern, and then lift it off. It's particularly good for recessed areas because you can get it into those areas and it will just flow like a liquid, and it levels itself automatically, and it's easily removed, so you can peel it. It just means you don't have to fiddle around with cutting masking tape. Trying to get like fancy shapes like this with masking tape would be very annoying. Apod, the solution for top coating where there are clear bits like cockpits is to top coat the parts separately and then assemble them. Top coat before you assemble, and you don't have that problem. Okay, but you don't have to do the whole model that way, right? Like, if you have, like, you're building the core fighter for the narrative Gundam, right? That's got a clear cockpit. You could do just that part. Like, you could do just top coat the core fighter separately and then assemble it, and then do the rest of the model the normal way. The normal way. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's just strategizing and ordering your operations. Because you could keep the head apart and you could keep the core fighter apart, but you could top coat the arms and legs and whatever built. Anywho, now I'm going to move on to the traditions, and then we're going to play a video game. So here you go. Here's my phone. Somewhere down here is my phone cable. There it is. Everyone, please brace your ear holes. Pardon me a moment. I'm going to look at my settings. Okay, I'll look at that later. Beverage reveal. That's the next thing. Garcon, can I have a drum roll, please? Okay, here we go. This evening, we have from Tree Brewing the Vertical Vanilla Ale. This used to be called the Vertical Winter Ale, and I actually think the Vertical Winter Ale is a better name for it because it's not as vanilla-y as it claims to be. But anyhow, the copy on the back of the can, as always, says nutty with hints of vanilla and caramel. This bevy should always be part of your cold weather inventory. It has Pearl, Cascade, and Palisade hops. It appears copper brown. It has an aroma of vanilla and subtle caramel and a mouthfeel of medium body. Partial proceeds from every beer we make go towards planting trees. So drink up, you thirsty little tree hugger, it says. Anyhow, it is quite good. Symphony says, I mixed wine into my apple juice, but I put too much and now it tastes yucky and I'm sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I owe you a joke. I was never a believer in the idiom that you are what you eat until I had sweet potatoes. I am now. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yams and sweet potatoes are not the same thing.
I know.
It's not as vanilla-y as I remember.
That's what I said. Yeah, it's not as vanilla-y as I expected it to be. Oh, I vanished. I did vanish. Look at that.
Gone
Whoops.
forever.
Here we go. I'm back. We're back.
What?
Yeah, it's just not as vanilla-y as advertised. The problem with the winter ales in BC is that they change flavor every year. Because Lions did that for... Just drink it all, why don't you?
I'm helping.
Is that what you're doing?
I needed to have a second sip. It was for science.
Very good. How is the audio level for you guys out there in chat? How is your audio level? game is slightly loud. Okay, that's what I thought, because the audio is a little loud in my ears. So let me see about fixing that. Maybe I can... How's that? All right, let's do the thing. Oh, I have so many frames and such sharp imagery. Now I have to figure out where to go. Oh, communication not available. That's probably for the best, realistically. Okay, am I going the wrong way? It's possible that I am. Okay, no, I am going the right way. Good. The way that I wanted to go. Okay.
If you could upgrade the suit, additional functions of the Viola would be unlocked. Then you'd be able to explore new areas. Want to look in Vault Forge for any clues of a suit upgrade?
Vault Forge, hey? Where was Vault Forge? Probably there. Bottom left. Oh. I guess it does make sense that I should... Thanks!
I believe upgrading the Viola suit allows you to unlock additional functions of the Viola. Want to try visiting Vault Forge?
That's what I'm already doing. Thanks, tips. Did no one learn from Navi? Nintendo certainly didn't. Whee! I should have gone this way more. Well, I mean, I guess I got an upgrade, so it's fine, but I feel like I should have gone this way more. All right, well, in retrospect, coming this way more was a huge waste of time. Sculpture of Lakash, a Lamorn priest and sculptor. His gaze is directed towards Chrono Tower. Whee! What have we got here? Green energy crystals. Pylon with an electrically conductive decoration at its center. It is etched with alloys that instantly amplify currents. Linked to a device that activates when all pylons are electrified simultaneously. Okay, that is something I cannot fix. Can't do anything with this one. Oh no. I'm sorry, who inflicted this on me? Oh, it was APOD. Sony will reboot its extended Spider-Man universe, studio chief says. CEO Tom Rothman responded affirmatively when asked if a fresh reboot and new people were coming to Sony's universe of Spider-Man spin-offs. The studio's CEO, Tom Rothman, confirmed in a recent interview that Sony plans to reboot its interconnected universe of wall-crawling Marvel characters in the unspecified future. The characters didn't crawl walls. They specifically didn't crawl walls. That was the issue. On the latest episode of Matthew Baloney's The Town podcast, the journalist asked Rothman, "Where are we in the Spider-Man franchise? Not the animated Spider-Verse. Is the larger Spider-Verse dead?" Rothman responded, "No." Baloney then asked, "Are you going to go back to those at some point?" To which Rothman responded, "Yes." Baloney also asked if the new iteration of the universe would be a fresh reboot with new people. Rothman confirmed both ideas, acknowledging the next wave of Sony Marvel movies will feature fresh faces. To your question about Spider-Man, scarcity has value, Rothman opined. You've got to make the audience miss you. It's the old thing. I always had trouble getting... Well, I don't want to read that. I always had trouble getting girls to go out with me twice, but until fortunately my wife took pity on me. But absence makes the heart grow fonder. That is the worst possible story you could tell to illustrate that point. That's actually not the case, obviously. Jesus Christ. I'm also not entirely clear that is... I mean, I'd need to read the whole interview, but the question of is the larger Spider-Verse dead? Rothman responds no after the comment of not the animated Spider-Verse. It's not clear to me that he's not just saying, like, no, the animated Spider-Verse is coming back. Anyhow. Just in case we were worried that Sony had figured out what to do with the Spumka, the answer is they clearly have not. Oh, balls. Get yoked. No, Sam, we can't leave you out of it. We need to know your opinion on the Spumka. Sorry, we need to know your opinion on the future of the Spumka. Okay, let's go this way, and then I'll turn and go to the shock zone. Volt Forge, that's what it's called. Not the shock zone. The Shock Zone is your favorite B-tier Nickelodeon show? Right behind Paw Patrol? Melania, Spumka, S-P-U-M-C, is the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. I may indeed. Yeah, the X-Men were at Fox. Spider-Man was at Sony. Fantastic Four was at Fox. Fantastic Four was at Fox? Fantastic Four was at Sony. Fantastic Four was at Sony. Hulk was Universal. Universal did distribute The Incredible Hulk and Hulk. Oh, okay. Fantastic Four and X-Men were Fox. I have this sense, I don't know if it's true or not, but my recollection is that the rights to distribute a Hulk movie may have reverted to Marvel at this point. They've just kind of put the Hulk in a place where a solo Hulk movie doesn't make a ton of sense. And, you know, put the MCU in a kind of place where a solo Hulk movie doesn't make a ton of sense. That requires Spider Ball. Does Sony own the rights to Spider Ball? Probably. Honestly, it's probably for the best that a lot of the planned Marvel projects have disappeared off the schedule for the moment. Wee. Okay, where do I need to try and get to? Ow! Jesus. Oh, right. I don't have the grapple, so I can't do this yet. Shoot. Oh, you know what you should watch, by the way, if you want a Marvel project that's good on its own? I have an answer for you. Go watch Wonder Man, which is good. And barely got marketed, but is good. They didn't shadow drop. They marketed it. They just didn't market it super loud. Sam, you're quite right. But yeah, it's good. It's like, it's a really small scale little project, and you get lots of Trevor Slattery. And everybody loves Trevor Slattery. Tibor says, I canceled my Disney Plus like 2 years ago, Matt. I can't watch it. Listen, I know there's a way that you can watch it that doesn't involve paying for Disney Plus. But also, it's funny because there's somebody else in my, like, circles that has a name that starts with D and 2 vowels, one of which is an I, who works for Disney Plus. Trevor Slattery was the Mandarin in Iron... Oh, yeah, sorry, the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Ben Kingsley. He showed up again in the martial arts one. With Simu Liu. It says great things about that movie that I can remember its name. Shang-Chi! That's it. Thank you. God help me. You know, the martial arts one. Oh God, I'm an idiot. Oh, I lived. No, the music shouldn't have been able to get any louder than it already was. I just felt my floor vibrate, which was a bit weird. Vroom! All right, onward to the next tower. I guess we have to go exploring. Oh yeah, North America's west coast is most definitely prone to earthquakes. But I don't think I had an earthquake just now. Okay, it doesn't look like this is where I need to be. Oh, that was a big one. Nice. Hop. Oh, here we go. The device. Okay, quick look around for a save point? Question mark? Oh, Samus definitely looks a little dweeby on the motorbike. No doubt about it. Wow, my suit looks basically no different. Hi, Erica. Welcome. How are you this evening? What is the status of your holes? Suit upgraded with increased resistance to heat from molten rock. Enables Viola to transform into Viola IC mode, which allows it to travel over magma and lava. Oh, deeper than before. That's good, right? That's how you want holes to be. Listen, Santa, why even give me a suit upgrade if you're not going to change the suit's appearance? What's even the point? It definitely has more purple patches. Anyhow, hello Raiders, we're playing Metroid Prime 4, as you might have noticed. Oh, people asked for mat stats and Chibcat used the wiki. What mat stats were requested? Now I'm curious. Oh, it was the Graves count? You don't even need to use the wiki for that. Shit. Oh, my suit has a little hood on it now. No! Here, let's just shoot some of the little orbs around him. Alright, flat one. No! God damn it. Ah! What? Ow. Boonk, boonk. Boom. There we go. It's not quite true that Metroid has never had fast travel. Dread had at least some degree of fast travel. Yeah, it had the trams. The tramways. It wasn't like a full-blown easy fast travel system, but it was a sort of fast travel. What on earth am I doing? I am good at driving. Anyhow, I think backtracking is an important part of a Metroid experience. I think that much I'm willing to stand behind. I think the backtracking in this game is made considerably worse by nature of there being a giant F-off desert in between all the areas that have stuff that's interesting in them. I actually thought the gunship from Prime 3 was kind of terrible. Zoom. Oh yeah, the whales. What are you? Whoops. I want to shoot you. I wanted to scan you. All right, they're a Varmis, a crustacean variant that swims through sand, enlarged by a green energy shower. Upon sensing danger, it will dive into the sand and hide. Okay. Presumably, there's a reason for those to be here, because we don't make things in video games without having a reason for them to be there, usually. Okay, we have arrived once more here at the fire zone. Surely this time I'll be allowed to proceed. Are Voltford and the fire zone on opposite sides of the desert? Not quite. If the desert's a big rectangle, they're on two adjacent corners, as Zandai says. But separated by the long side. Well, why are we not always in flying mode? Haha! Okay, the psychic ball rail is kind of fun. It is extremely extra. That's true. I guess I'm going that way. I see I'm gonna have a Federation friend in every zone that I go to. The boiler room. What could they possibly need a boiler room for in this zone? Thank you, Zafty. That was a good joke. Speaking of jokes, I think I owe another joke. All right, Douglas Dickerson got fired from his job and was on the lookout for a new role. Given his old age, no one wanted to hire him. He tried very hard, but had no luck. A new circus had come to town, so Douglas Dickerson went to the circus manager and asked, "Hello, my name is Doug and I'd like to work for you." The manager replied, "But sir, you are old. We don't have a job for you." That's very illegal. But still. Out of desperation, Douglas Dickerson pleaded and begged, and so eventually the manager reluctantly agreed and decided to train him on a trapeze act. The trapeze trainer did everything he could, but Douglas Dickerson could hardly hold the bar steady. So the trainer complained to the manager, and the manager then put him on the juggling act. The juggling act trainer gave his heart and soul to train, but Douglas Dickerson kept dropping the balls. The trainer complained to the manager, and the manager put him on the unicycle act. The unicycle trainer went to extreme lengths to train him, but Douglas Dickerson could hardly sit still and kept falling off. The trainer complained to the manager. The manager called in Douglas Dickerson and told him, "I'm sorry, sir, this isn't working out. I have to let you go." Dejected, the old man went home. But can you really blame him for failing at his job? You can't teach an old Doug new tricks. What was that? It was, wasn't it? Meg shouted from the other room. That was a very long walk. Did you know that I once got arrested for identity theft? It's true. But I was a different person then. After years of product development, my anti-itch cream still doesn't work. I think I have to start over from scratch. Before I go there, that's the way I came in. Aha! Shortcut. Okay, we've got a spider ball track over there. Whee! Up we go. Oh, it's a lasso-based locking system. This is going to be another shortcut. Yes, it is. All right, cool. Ow, ow! You little dick ass. An explosive impact will destroy it. There we go. Take that shot expansion. Boy, they really have gone kind of ham on making sure I have plenty of shot expansions. Houses an AI that automatically inspects cargo delivered to the facility. Its X-ray scanner generates a three-dimensional analysis of a target's interior. Here, analyze this. I'm unclear on if there was a downside to being discovered. Have I disconnected from chat, or have you just all gone silent? Okay, you are still alive. How do I get out of... There we go. Okay, what do we got here? Uh-oh. This one's gold. That means it's extra mean. I know. I can't believe that APOD would go to other people for advice either. It does seem a bit like cheating on us. And asking for advice as if we don't give great advice. How many shots does this thing take? Jesus. Multi-lock security gate prevents entry by unassisted individuals. It can only be unlocked by simultaneous activation of both holograms. Okay, so we're definitely getting a friend. That is an electric lock. Those are Lemorn heat-resistant suits. That is online? Opens automatically when approached. That's good. That's electrically based. You're just a little guy. This thing. A spinner for initiating boiler shutdown. Oh! It's the friend I predicted we would find.
Identify yourself.
You're Samus.
Hey, this guy's got a face.
There were dozens of higher priority targets back at base. I doubt Fed Command would post their best hunter to rescue duty.
You're right. This was by accident.
We are stranded. I've been trying to figure out a way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption is beyond anything I've seen.
At least this guy's got some,
Something tells me that's not an issue.
like, delivery.
Maybe we can turn the boiler off.
I'd appreciate the assist. I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. Dallas.
I was about to wonder aloud at how much this guy sucks at operating machinery, but it seems that unless he can fold himself into a ball, he was kind of up a creek. Oh! That was so much damage. Oh god, I haven't seen a save point in a while. I'm gonna try something here. Nintendo may have thought of this, but I'm gonna try something here. Apparently, it doesn't let you resume from save point if you continue, which is dumb. Still, that's kind of a rough place for the last checkpoint to be. I feel like I must have missed a save point along the way there. Oh no. Cassandra says, I have bad news, which suggests to me that I did not miss a save point. Sandai says, no, the bad news is you did, and it was at the end of the corridor you opened up and didn't go down right before the boiler room. Oh, that's rough. So, I personally think the save stations are kind of important to the feel of a Metroid game, but I feel like they got the checkpointing and the save stations backwards. Because it seems to me like the way maybe I would have chosen to design this is if you die, it takes you back to the previous checkpoint. But if you save and quit, or if you quit without saving, you resume from the last save station. That's probably how I would have done this. So that you don't have these long run backs if you die during a play session. I feel like that's less of a feel bad. Just make the save state temporary. Apod, it sounds like there was a save station right by the trooper. I just didn't find it. I agree that the save stations make the game feel out of date, but I think that's okay. It's sort of a, like, I don't know, it's part of the retro appeal of the game, right? I just think they chose the most awkward way to implement it. Whee! God damn it. Again. Okay, shortcut opened. Those. Open this. Scan that. All aboard. This thing. This takes me down to a power up and a save start and a shortcut. Scan that. Opens that. Shortcut opened. Now we go this way. Scanned by the doohickeys for some reason. And Paul go down the hole. All go down to hole. Right, and then I have to fight this stupid thing. It takes 70 million shots. Oh, and I have to scan it. God damn it. Okay, I have now fought that thing. What is through here? That's the way I came. That's the way I can't currently go. Other way. Sandai says, other way. All right, thank you. I couldn't remember which way was the right way to go. Oh! The sign says what's here. If only I'd thought to ask for directions. I swear to God, if I die on my way to the save station. Who puts a turret outside a save room like that? What are you protecting? It's just mean. Whee!
Identify yourself.
I need no introduction.
You're Samus. There were dozens of higher priority targets back at base. I doubt Fed Command would post their best hunter to rescue duty. We are stranded. I've been trying to figure out a way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption on them is beyond anything I've seen. Something tells me that's not an issue for you. Maybe we can turn the boiler off.
I'd appreciate the assist.
I'll do my best.
I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke,
Oh.
by the way. Pleasure to meet you, Samus.
Maybe my audio sync is okay. It feels like it might be just slightly off.
Something happened. shut off the heat.
Oh, all right. Turns out that was actually really easy if I didn't just try to tank it.
Thank you. Temperature dropping. Where are we headed? I'll follow you. Oh, great. More lava.
Oh, balls.
Now it's my turn.
These things have so much armor. Jesus. Okay, real quick.
Is that
Hello? Come in!
Armstrong? Armstrong, do you read me?
Sarge! Finally! I was starting to think I'd never break through the interference.
Well, I can read you loud and clear now, Private. Hopefully the signal will hold. Are you all right?
Sorry.
Where are you?
I don't know if you could hear me.
Stuck.
Probably not. I said Armstrong. She doesn't have
There's a
arms.
hologram in here with me. Looks like a cannon? I'm in a compartment on its south side.
Are you safe?
I should be. For now.
Hold tight. We'll find you.
Over and out.
That doesn't sound good. We need to find Armstrong.
Data received.
I mean, I could save Armstrong, or I could get shot by this turd again.
Oh, come on. They got turrets in here, too.
That's what I said.
We good to rest of it?
All right, let us proceed.
You take one side, I'll take the other. There we go. We've got
I
hostiles.
was way ahead of you there, Duke.
Strange. This bot is offline.
Oh, coats suits in layers of coolant and insulation. And cooling insulation.
Can't see. My eyes are fogged up. Get it? On three. 3. So they're pulling green energy out of lava and using it for what? I don't think this is the way.
They're pulling green energy out of the lava and using it for what? It's geothermal. That's why it's green energy. It's fully
Why are all these spots
replenishable.
Were they doing something with this containment
It's a
system?
fully renewable resource. All right, extraction process. Lava temperature regulation is normal. Pressure of inhalation pipes is normal. GE filter status is good. Purity of extracted GE is over 99%. Pressure of delivery pipes is normal. All energy extraction systems are functioning normally. And yet you all friggin' died, so probably not, in
I'll
fact.
stay down here if you want to check upstairs.
Ow, god damn it! Access granted. Oh ho. What did that accomplish?
Nice work, Samus. You did it. Now let's go find Armstrong.
Want Armstrong? Armstrong's right here.
I think this is the way.
Scanning all the things. Oh, god damn it! Stop that! Wow, I just put a missile right into the back of Duke's head. You okay there, buddy? Everything, still in one piece? Hey, it's a map room. We like those. Wow, that's a big-ass chamber ahead of us.
Excellent. Painted flying blind.
also an electric door. It does seem somewhat likely that the giant open chamber is the boss room, yes.
What do we have here?
Big machine.
They're pouring green liquid into this container. Is this where all that muck was headed?
Oh, god damn it.
Looks like we're going up.
I just spilled that all over myself. Alright, let's scan some more stuff. You may not like it, but this is what peak gaming looks like.
Energy. I don't think this is the way. More of those bots and some kind of artillery shell. Hold the lift.
All aboard.
I've commanded you.
Okay.
What's wrong? They're waking up. Come on, let's take them down.
Holy hell! I'm taking so much damage! Oops!
What do we have here? They're pouring green liquid into this container. Is this where all that muck was headed?
Well, that was a convenient checkpoint.
Looks like we're going up. What are they doing loading this thing with green energy? More of those bots and some kind of artillery shell.
I feel really underpowered relative to the enemies right now. This is injection process. GE is being injected into the larger cannon shells without issue in preparation for the GE shower tomorrow. So far, shower results have not been what we expected due to issues with GE purity and quantity. This time we must succeed. Sol Valley must be returned to a land of abundance. Tomorrow will be a new day for the Lamorne. Injection 83% complete. Increasing compression ratio. Okay, all aboard. There are some optional upgrades I could have gotten by now. Well, They didn't put them in front of me.
I've commanded you.
In fairness, I did go poking around the world a bit.
They're waking up. Come on, let's take them down. Einstein's slowing them down.
Oh, that is good.
Look alive.
Ooh, ow!
Back up. Let's keep going up. Here comes the bull.
Oh!
What do we have here?
Well, you know, I got farther into that fight.
Loading this thing with green energy. I don't think this is the way. More of those bots. And some kind of artillery shell.
Oh my god.
Hold the lift. I shot it, slowing him down.
Oh my god. What the hell? Jesus.
Back up. I'm down, Samus.
Jesus.
I feel better. Ready to dance.
Heal me. God damn it. Oh, I have to be so close to him. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Can you do something? Because I am extremely pinned down. So if you could, like, do anything to help.
Up and up.
Yikes.
Watch those suits.
Holy hell.
Ow! Freeze them. Need help. Get ready.
That's such bullshit.
What do we have here?
Hiding in the elevators has been way more successful than not hiding in the elevators so far.
To unloading this thing with green energy. I don't think this is the way. Oh, those bots. Some kind of artillery shell.
Not hiding in the elevators got me lit up.
Hold the lift. Ice shot is slowing them down. Here comes the boom. Got one.
No. Jeez. Hopefully this isn't and there are 7 levels of tower to fight through. I mean, we've already encountered multiple levels of tower.
What are they doing loading this thing with green energy?
I'm gonna do it as Anti says and not hide in the elevator, and we'll see how that goes.
It's some kind of artillery shell.
We'll see if I make it to the top.
Hold the lift.
The thing that gets me is just that the enemies take so much damage. Like, everything is so damage spongy.
Keep going up.
No, they are not endless. I appear to have done it.
Watch those suits.
Oh, maybe not. Ow. Huh. Listen, just because Azandai was right doesn't mean Azandai is
I
right.
think this is the way. Everything in this facility is pumping green energy. I don't feel good about it.
Okay, now if the game wanted to be nice to me, this would be a save room. This game... Why does this game hate me?
Something funny is going on.
All right, facility shutdown. A container is being built at the instruction of Priest Chitoya. Once complete, all work is to stop, and all workers are to retreat to Chrono Tower. I never imagined things would get this bad. To think that all the work we did, how we gave everything we had for the future of the Lamorne, only served to manifest our ruin. Even so, I choose to trust the words of Chitoya, to believe that someday a savior will come.
Something funny is going on.
Don't mind if I do.
A little extra padding never hurts. Got it. Time to work.
Like trying to mash the pause button and hitting the wrong one.
Put 'em on ice.
Uh-oh. Oh, this one looks angrier. Wow, what the hell?
Able to knock those energy spheres out of the air.
The shield can be removed with a forceful pull. Because I totally have time to do that. Without getting my ass positively handed to me.
Grenade out!
Jesus Christ. That's annoying. Surely they gave me a checkpoint.
Time to work.
Ugh.
You should be able to knock those energy spheres out of the air.
I should. You're right.
Put them on ice.
I did. And then you didn't shoot him.
Grenade out! Try scanning the shields. Come ahead. Yeah! One down.
Gimme.
One. Piece of cake. Red velvet cake.
Sure. Red velvet cake, notably easy to make.
Artillery like that. Could just about knock the moon out of the sky.
Is the point of that saying that cake is easy to eat?
I'm on it.
I don't know. I've certainly always taken easy as pie to be. Oh, God damn it!
Need help.
I'm so angry.
Time to work.
God damn it.
good? I'm good. Piece of cake. Red velvet cake.
Weird line. Damn, I pretty says, remember, Nintendo makes games for children.
Watch that turret.
Thank you. Jesus. What the hell was that? Oh my god.
We clear? Are these escape pods? Wonder if they still work.
That gauntlet was so mean. And I'm saying was optimistically.
Artillery like that could just about knock the moon out of the sky. Armstrong's on the south side of the cannon. She must be in that room there. Where are you headed?
There.
It's below the cannon. In order to get there, we'll have to open the access gate and go in. To open the access gate, looks like we'll have to switch the facility into maintenance mode. Can you switch it to maintenance mode from here? It isn't working. Looks like we'll have to do it manually. Let's disable the clamp by going there directly. If we can disable both clamps, the facility should go into maintenance mode.
Okay.
And the access gate will open. The device we need is right next to Armstrong. Two birds, one stone. How do we get there? Ah, tram. Nice work. That's where we need to go. Armstrong, we found a way to your location. Headed there now.
Copy that, Sarge. I'll be ready.
Hooray! An area map. How about a save point? Right there. That's a save room. I'm like so suspicious of green squares in the ceiling now.
Tram station, but no tram. Maybe on the other side?
I walked into this room much too
You're
boldly.
almost there, kid. Ready when you are.
All right, let's try it. It's true. In this community, we do stand a robust and well-funded public transportation system, including grade-separated light rail. And what do we got here? We got ourselves some grade-separated light rail.
That doesn't sound good.
Chibcat, this clearly has 2 rails, so no, it is not, in fact, a monorail. It's a duo rail.
What kind of chemical is that?
Green energy.
Dispersing it into the atmosphere? We better find Armstrong.
Yes, mono means 1, but this has 2 rails. Very good, Jibcat. I'm glad you're keeping up.
Got it.
You know, those arms do look pretty strong after all.
Sarge!
Armstrong, you all right?
I'm good. You?
Yes.
While I was waiting, I was studying this hologram. I just. Wow. Samus? It's really you. I don't even know what to say. Is this a new suit? It's amazing. I love it.
Specimen.
Private.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dan Jones, hello. Welcome, Raiders.
First class Nora Armstrong. It's an honor to meet
How
you,
is
Samus.
Pokemon Emerald?
Thank you. Samus would like to move the clamp here. Seen anything that'll do the trick?
Maybe, yes. I can't decipher the text, but I think this device here is an electromagnetic conduit, and it's connected to the clamp. So we just need to get it spinning and build up a charge.
Nice work, Armstrong.
Thank you, sir. This is where you come in, Samus. But, you know, I am here if you need anything.
Yes, Samus can handle it.
Yes, sir.
I need you with me. Patrolling.
Yes, sir.
We can't
Patrolling?
see. Who knows what'll happen when the clamp disengages.
Armstrong.
All right, let's scan some stuff. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm Wiggins. You may know me from such things as Loading Ready Run and Desert Bus for Hope. I stream 3 nights a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I play mostly narrative games. And we're playing Metroid Prime 4 right now. So, yeah. You should follow if that seems like something you might enjoy. I'm also scanning all the things. All of them. Conduit access hatch for maintenance tanks designed to be pulled open. Well, we know what that means.
Nice. Lasso.
See? It's a lasso!
Just do a morph ball.
Chat, you made so much fun of me for pronouncing it as lasso, and yet... Also, it's Samus Aran, and I will hear no alternatives. You did not. You did not make fun of me for pronouncing it lasso. I pronounced it lasso, and then you all made fun of me, and then I complained that you were making fun of me for calling it lasso because I didn't know whether you would prefer me to call it a lasso or a lasso. I am not gaslighting you. I said lasso after you made fun of me, yes. Okay. It seems like there's something about this that I haven't figured out. I think you misheard me, actually. If you were making fun of me for pronouncing it lasso, it's because you misheard what I said. Okay, I'm clearly doing something wrong here.
I'm just glad Armstrong is okay. Thank you, Samus.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Samus. Aaron.
Aran.
Samus, Aaron.
Aran. Why does everybody pronounce my last name wrong?
I can't believe it. Samus.
Oh, I had to spin it the other way.
Would you look at that?
I've been trying to get that thing working for hours.
Well, you weren't very good at it. Have you considered folding yourself into a ball? Okay, now what? I'm really excellent at this game.
We're sticking with Samus. She's the only reason I found you.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping you'd say.
I'm gonna just assume that I've done what I was supposed to do here.
Let me help her with the next one. This is our ride? No way.
All aboard! Whee!
So, Samus, what brought you to this facility anyway? Some super secret mission?
Okay, Armstrong has officially won me over.
Whoa. until we get home? Oh, we'd love to help you find them.
We? Private.
Sarge?
Well, if it's the only way off this rock. All right, I'm in. Keep your head on a swivel, kid. Who knows what else is out there?
Copy that, Sarge.
It's nice to finally have a character in this game that has character.
Ready? Sarge, come on. I want to help. We're missing something. Is the machine on?
Okay, kid, you're up.
Uh-oh.
All right. My turn, Sarge.
On three.
3.
Haha. Okay, what does this do? Oh god, it's timed. I've done this boss fight before. No! 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 There we go. I activated it. Hooray!
Come on back up.
Realistically, I should have just stayed in ball form. Zoop.
The access gate should be open.
Access gate. Where's that?
Samus, you know the way. Want to check your map?
Sure. Dang, that's a long way back. Use L to attach the psychic lasso, and then the L stick to pull. This is some sort of weird Mandela effect. Sandai, why did you screw with the timeline? I'm being gaslit about things that I said.
Almost there.
Almost. Still need to... What the?
Taking fire!
No, we're just on fire, actually.
Knuckle up. We got company. Couple more hits like that and this thing will go down.
Hang on! I'm punching it!
Why have we not been going at turbo speed the whole time?
We're crash landing! Brace for impact!
Everyone okay? Armstrong, how you doing?
I'm fine. Samus?
Looks like we're good.
I'm good. Oh yeah, delicious save rooms. And with that, we're going to call it a night. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It's a genuine thrill to stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. I'll be back, same mat time, same mat channel, here on twitch.tv/Wiggins, playing more not Final Fantasy. God help me. More Metroid Prime 4 on Thursday, so I do hope you'll tune in then. In the meantime, as always, you can follow me. You can do that on Blue Sky, TikTok, YouTube, and I have a Ko-fi you can subscribe to, and if you're subscribed here or on Ko-fi, you can join the Discord by making sure that your Ko-fi account or your Twitch account are linked to Discord's backend, where my server will appear to you as if by magic among your linked servers. So please join the Discord. All right, that's it. We're gonna raid. Everybody hop aboard this raid train. I will see you back here on Thursday. Until then, so long. Have a good night and goodbye.